So hi guys, welcome back to Video Sundays now. I switched from Video Fridays just for the school year. I'm starting my senior year in college and I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm stressed, and just to give myself a little more time and a little more ease, I decided to switch to Video Sundays for uploading. This is the look I'm going to be creating today, kind of like just a go-to quick out the door thing. Obviously I talk throughout this so it's not super quick, but this is kind of like just a school day look I would wear. It's super glowy, you know I live for a good highlight. And I also just wanted to take this moment to say that if you are a young girl like going back to school or something and you happen to be watching this and people are giving you crap about makeup, back to school makeup and all that, don't listen. It literally doesn't matter. Like, there's no such thing as one set back to school makeup. If you want to go back to school with red lipstick and false lashes and like wings out to here, you do that, girl. Like, literally do it. It doesn't matter. And everyone else can watch and secretly be jealous of how amazing you look, because I don't like when people say that, like, oh, that's not really like back to school appropriate. Like, go away. No one asked you. Like, anything is back to school appropriate. It's just art on your face. So have fun with it. This is what I do just because I'm lazier in the morning. I want to look bright. I want to look awake and dewy and glowy. Like I got a full night's sleep. So this is how I do mine. But yeah, if you want to go back to school and literally never put on mascara even once, do you. Like, no one is here to tell you this is how you should look on your first day of classes. So I just wanted to put that out there. No one asked, but that's my 2 cents. So yeah, if you want to get this look with me step by step, then just keep watching. And if not, then okay, bye. So I have already primed and I'm just going to jump right in with my Dior Dream Skin Cushion Foundation. I love this because it's super sheer and it has an SPF 50 foundation, so that's pretty dope. And I'm just going to go in and kind of lightly stipple this with a little e.l.f. brush, stippling face brush that I have, all over the areas that I would normally get sunburn or like to put sunscreen, even though I do have a moisturizer in my, or an SPF in my moisturizer, which you should always have. I like to have just a little bit extra because sun is what really damages and ages the skin, if you didn't know. I'm going to lay that all over as my base, and for a little bit more coverage, because this wasn't a lot of coverage, it's super sheer, I like to go in with just one pump of my Pro Filter Fenty foundation and a damp beauty blender and really just kind of like get around the nose and chin areas that I want a little bit more full coverage. So I'm going to do that right now. As much more of the coverage that I like, and now I'm going to go in with my Instant Age Rewind Concealer and just do under the eyes and, you know, all the regular concealing spots. Go make sure and do a little bit more around the eyes and on the eyes actually as a primer, because I'm not going to be doing much shadow, but I do want to kind of like lock it down and get rid of any discoloration. I'm just going to go in with my Dior Skin Forever and Ever Loose Control Powder. It has a super long name, but I really like this stuff because it's very, very light and like talc free. It doesn't even feel like a powder, but it's super good at mattifying and setting your makeup. And I'm going to, instead of baking, I'm just going to kind of like press this into the pores and sweep it away. For blush, I'm going to be going in with this beautiful sparkling Bellini shade from Too Faced. It's like really shimmery and has 3 different tones. I love it, so I like to mix them all together. Of course, tap off the extra with this kind of like fluffy highlighter cheek brush. And now I always, well, not always, I've been really into adding like a little blush around my nose area just to kind of give me that like sun-kissed look, because obviously I am very pale, and just dusting it kind of on the forehead, just, it's kind of unclockable, but to be able to have like a little bit of glow is nice and keep like the color continuation on your face. Now going in with my giant Milani bronzer and a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to swirl in there and of course tap off the excess and kind of go along my cheekbones first of all to get like a good base bronze and then just a little bit everywhere else, so I kind of again continue the color across the face. And I'm using a really, really light, fluffy, like this kind of motion to go up my cheek because you don't want like a heavy stroke. And even this is way too heavy. I'm going to blend it out a lot more. I think things look a little muddy right now. You're right, and that's okay, and we're going to fix that with baking. So this is what I do. I just kind of give myself like an all-over bronze and then kind of carve out this part for baking, under my eyes if I want, little on my forehead, chin, and underneath the jawline. So let's get to that. Fun little tip for you. I just put like powder all over my eyelids right now, and I like to put a little bit on my eyelashes too, because if you let that powder kind of like build up on your eyelashes and then put on mascara, it kind of acts as like an eye primer. It makes your eyelashes look longer and thicker. So if you struggle with having like short lashes or thin lashes, I've noticed that this helps me, and I've heard it actually a few times recently in the beauty community, and I forgot that I used to do that, and I was like, oh, I should do that again because it makes your lashes just look like a little bit like more pa, you know? Fill in my brows on camera because I usually do it off camera, but I'm just gonna try to do it here. I like to get like really up close, and I feel like it's hard for me to film. I get nervous about it. But so I'm using the ABH little duo brow powder. This is the shade Caramel, and I only use this one, the lighter one. And I really start on like the front of my brow right here and start by like lining this bottom part, like usually on both sides, and then just kind of like go in with the natural shape of the brow and then get a little pointier down here, get a little more precise, and if I get out of the lines, I use a Q-tip, lick it, and just kind of like fix it up. So that's what I'm going to try to do for you guys. I don't know if I'll speed it up or something, but that's kind of how I fill in my brows. I really just follow the natural shapes that is there. I don't pluck them at all, minus the very center, and then like a little bit like up here where it's insane that there's even eyebrow hairs that grow. But yeah, so I'm going to stop talking and get right into that. Wow, so both of those brows took like a lot of saving. I usually go through with a brow gel and just try to fluff them up and pretend that nothing happened after moments like that, but something did. They look off. I'm really thrilled with how the blush looks. It's coming off a little orange on camera. I don't know if it is in person, but just to kind of fix that, I'm going over with my NYX Away We Glow powder. It's like a blush and a highlighter mixed together, and I like to just dab in there. I am a girl who likes a lot of blush, but if this is not for you, again, I usually go through with like a fluffy brush like this that has nothing on it and just kind of blend out even more just to kind of diffuse any lines, any harshness, and make sure that it looks a little bit more just like a natural cheek flush. There we go. I have a lot of powder on my face, my brows are done, basically everything's on except for like highlight and mascara, and I'm going to spray myself a lot with this NYX Matte Finish finishing spray. I love this stuff. You guessed it, it is time to go in with my ABH Sugar Glow Kit into the shade Butterscotch first with this brush, and then a smaller brush to do Starburst on the very high points. So now that I am just glowing for the gods right now, I'm like really living for all this highlight. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Beauty Shield. I just got this. It's kind of like a setting spray. It says it's antioxidant enriched skin protection daily defense makeup mist, which is a lot. I think it's probably just a setting spray. We'll see. And I think it smells pretty good, so I'm just going to go in and do another coat because I just love setting sprays. I feel like it keeps everything in place and it kind of gets rid of that like extra powderiness. So let's do this. My handy dandy NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade 1 and line my waterline and then apply mascara and lip gloss and I'm basically done. So here we go. My final touch, of course, is some gloss. I love gloss, especially for like a glowy back to school look. I think it's way easier than a matte lip. That's just me. I don't like the dry crusties from a matte lip, and a gloss you can just like easily reapply. Why am I talking? Like why? Good lord. But yeah, anyway, this is the e.l.f. Lip Plumper in the shade Champagne Glam. It's super cute, just got it. Very inexpensive. I got it at Target, and it does actually plump your lips and it gives them that like good tingly. If you're someone who hates that, don't buy this. If you're someone who loves that, definitely buy this. Like, I love that feeling. And yes, this is my back to school glam.